Big Blue Nation, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Big Blue Steph back with another video. Yeah, I know it's been a while. Hey, I'm still around, just hadn't put nothing out, man. Just sitting back watching what we doing throughout the off season. And yeah, I think last time I talked to you, it was right after the draft. But anyway, I'm here 2 days after preseason game 1. I'm more than slightly encouraged. It was good just to, one, come out with the win, but two, the way we won. It's a different feel to this team. Of course, I'm never going to say, hey, it's Super Bowl year. I'm not one of them. But we definitely, I think, will be a lot better competitively than what a lot of the naysayers love to, crap on the Giants about. Record prediction, I can't really put it down right now just because it just, still too much up in the air. But I will say, from everything I'm seeing, everything I'm reading, just staying in tune as much as I can from Maryland with the team, it just looks like there's a different air. And I gotta be truthful with y'all. I was not feeling bringing in Russell Wilson. I didn't really want Aaron Rodgers either, but it was something about Russell Wilson I just was like, yeah. But I will say, since he's been a Giant, there's a little extra confidence with the team. Something that I knew Daniel Jones could never bring to the team. He just wasn't that dude. Hate to bring that dude up again, but hey, there's a different feel. Of course, Russ is a veteran, a Super Bowl champion. Definitely, down the line, potential Hall of Famer. And he just brings us a different type of energy to this team, which I think we needed to help, galvanize the team, bring it as one. I know still a lot of things that really need to be solidified, but it was just positive to watch that game and be like, we look competent. It's not like, oh my God, I know we're gonna get blown out. You could go back to last year, preseason game 1, Daniel Jones coming off that ACL injury. First pass of the game against the Houston Texans, I believe, pick 6. And any Giants fan who's just really truthful with himself knew our season was done, right then and there. That was an omen. And yeah, that's what it was. It was just really just a countdown to how long before we actually bench him so we don't have to pay the injury guarantee. And, it happened right after the Carolina game, which how it really should have played out when he refused to pull that trigger on that the flea flicker, the Wandale Robinson. So moving forward, we got Russ there. We definitely, we got Jameis as a backup QB. I still think no matter what, he's gonna be QB 2/3. It's kind of exciting to see Jackson Dart go ahead and throw a TD in his first game in preseason. It's preseason. It's a vanilla type defense, but it just looked like he looked competent. He looked confident. And you kind of saw that with Daniel Jones, his rookie year. So, always, yeah, it looks good now, but we gotta see how he plays when he gets knocked in the mouth. Mentally, can he still prepare? But I think Jackson Dart has a different moxie. He's just confident with it. And it shows, externally, not just internally, where you're like, oh yeah, he's cool. It's just, he doesn't show it outwardly. And I think there was a big thing missing from this team from the quarterback position for the last couple of years, outside of Tommy DeVito, but he's limited in what he can do. With that being said, defense overall looked good. Big concerns about us trying to stop the run, which is what everyone was thinking. If we get in 3rd and 8, 3rd and long, whatever, you got Kayvon on one side, you got Barnes on the other side. You put Abdul Carter wherever you want to put him and just go get him. Of course, you got Dexter Lawrence up the middle, but can you get to those downs? And that's where I'm still like, we was giving up some pretty nice runs, and definitely when we got to the backups, it was pretty obvious that our depth on the D line, especially our run defense, is suffering. Conversely, on the O-line, we didn't give up a sack, which was beautiful to see as a Giants fan. Can't remember last time that's happened. And this is without Andrew Thomas at left tackle. Hey, it's definitely something to look forward to, y'all. I'm definitely like, okay, I can watch this team this year, not like last year where I was just like, oh my God, how bad is this going to get? It's really this year is how good can this get? That's kind of where I'm at with it. Tempered expectations. A lot of my boys are like, how you feel about the Giants now? What you think? Hey, was it 13 out of the last 14 years we've had a losing season? Or at least 11 out of those 13 or 11 out of those 14, whatever it is. Yeah, as a Giants fan, we've been battered down, beaten down, seen so much, been through so much, GMs, coaches, quarterback, injuries. That's the only other thing that, really can completely derail the season from at least looking decent at the very least. But other than that, y'all, watching that first game, I'm excited, but tempered. At least we got something, kind of look forward to, and really, again, it'll be another type of countdown. If this season does go to crap, how long before we stop sticking with Russ and go to Jackson and let Jameis be the two? Is Russ gonna be all right with that? We'll see. Perfect world. Russ plays all season. We make a Super Bowl run, playoff run, whatever. And we run with that. More realistically speaking, I think we got the late bye week. Was it like 10, 11, something on the back end of the schedule? Jackson Dart will probably play the last 5 games of the season, and we just see what we got going on after that. Well, y'all, appreciate y'all vibing with me. Big Blue Steph, I'm out. Later.